Hi there, I'm Andrew and this is my Lightsworn deck profile. First off, 3 Judgment Dragons, obviously, because if you don't run them in any Lightsworn deck, it's useless. This is your game winner and he just blows up the field and wins games. Next, I run 2 Ryko because another Lightsworn name, good effect, good milling, gets the game going faster. 2 Lyla, Turner, she pops a back row and she mills pretty good too. These 2 are mainly just to have a little power in the deck. They both have pretty good base stats. Jain goes up to 21 in attacks, mills, and Garoth is 1850 base, and when other people mill, or other Lightsworn, he mills too. Celestia, I only use 1 Celestia because if you have any more, it usually clogs your hand, but if you do get the situation where you can tribute a Lightsworn to Summoner, she can pop 2 and mill 4, which is just amazing in this deck. I run 2 Wulf. A lot of people run 3 Wolves, some run 1. I like 2 because most of the time I can mill them out, I can Foolish Burial them, special summon them, or I can Soul Recharge them and draw some and get another name in the graveyard for JD. I run 1 Aurkus and 1 Lumina. Aurkus is really nice, he mills 2, good defense, and he protects your Lightsworn from any targeting card effects. And Lumina, she's like one of the best Lightsworn. She mills 3 at the end phase, and you can discard a card to the graveyard, especially on a level 4 lower Lightsworn. So she gets things running really fast, exceed, just fill up your field, gain field presence. Next, I use 1 BLS. You can only have 1, and since I run Lightsworn and some other darks, I might as well put him in. He's a good pusher. He can go for game. Obviously, and honest, it's an almost all light deck, so why not? I only run 1 Effect Veiler, thinking about running 2. I only have 1 for now, so we'll see how that works out. But Effect Veiler, great card, stops a lot of monsters. 2 Necro Gardnas, just came off the ban list to 2. Amazing card, especially with milling and all the discarding I can do. Negates attacks, just helps me maintain field presence. Also Darken the Grave. 1 Plague Spreader. Good also since I mill and discard a lot, and just top deck 1 and I can special summon him, gives me some sync ability, another dark, and if I top deck Wulf and mill, he special summons, so it's a good combo. 1 Gorz. Gorz is a good card to have in almost any deck, and sometimes when your field's cleared and you just drop a Gorz on someone, that can mean game, and it's also another dark in the graveyard. A little chaos in this deck, Chaos Sorc here. Light and dark, same as BLS, basically just a little weaker. It's just good to get over things. He's a good push too. 2 Card Troopers. I love Card Trooper. It's a great card. You can mill up to 3, gains attack. It can crash into Thunder King. It can get over a lot of stuff. And if they torrential it or whatever, when it's destroyed and sent to the grave, you draw a card. So it's just a good card. And I run 1 Glow Up Bulb, mainly because I mill a lot, and Glow Up Bulb's effect itself is really good. You mill 1, special summon it. Level 1 tuner gives me a lot more options. Alright, now spells. 1 Heavy Storm, obviously for this format, clears back rows, lets you go off of JD. 1 Foolish, another obvious one. I can send Wulf to the grave, special summon him. Any other Lightsworn, any of my darks, tuners, whatever. I have so many targets. And 3 Monster Reincarnations. This is really good for discarding monsters such as Necro Gardna, Wulf, that kind of stuff that I don't need in my hand, and getting stuff I do need. It's also great because I mill so much, and it's good for getting JDs and Blackluster back to my hand. Dark Hole, just a good staple, clears the field. This one's obvious. Charge the Light Brigade for Lightsworn. Mill 3, speed up your deck, get a Lightsworn to your hand. Level 4 lower. 3 Solar Recharges. This card is just amazing, and it speeds up the Lightsworn engine so much. You discard Lightsworn, draw 2, and then mill 2, so you're feeding your hand and your grave. Monster Reborn, just another great staple to have. Only one Bottomless for now. I did run 2, but one works pretty good for now, and I have a low trap base. Mirror Force, another good staple, good way to maintain field presence and protect your monsters. Beckoning Light, pretty interesting card, especially for Lightsworn. You activate it, discard your hand, and you get back light monsters for every light monster you discarded from your graveyard. So discard a handful of Lightsworn, get 3 JD to your hand, summon them all, that kind of stuff. Also good for fizzling enemies Monster Reborn. 1 Solemn Judgment just to stop pretty much everything. So you set that, they do something you don't like, lose half your life points, stop it. And Torrential, another good staple, really good for having card trooper on the field, or like if I have a low tuner, just blow up their field and gain graveyard presence. And extra deck, I won't be synchroing that much in this deck, but it does give me options. First off, Exceeds, Leviathan Dragon, number 17, just a really good beat stick. You can go level 3s really easy, especially with Lumina. And then Utopia. Good for all the level 4s I run. Another good way to keep field presence. My 5s, Ally Justice Catastor and Magical Android. Magical Android, light monster, good for getting your life points back, good beater. And Catastor, just staple, synchro, great for blocking and getting over lots of stuff. I did run Hyper Librarian, but I didn't really use it that much, especially for this deck, so I took it out. 6s. Urquiza is just a good piercer when you need him, and eventually he'll become a beat stick if your opponent leaves him out long enough, so he's a threat. Brionic, really good staple in any synchro deck, and or side deck, and good discard power, bounce them. And Iron Chain, another good beat stick, crash into Stardust, make your opponent mill out. These are my 8s. I have 2 Stardust, 1 Chimera Tech, 1 Thought Ruler, 1 Colossal, and 1 Red Dragon. It's not too hard to go level 8s with Plague Spreader and Chaos Sorc, and I have a few other options that come up too. I use Chimera Tech because I side Cyber Dragon, good for taking down machines. 2 Stardust, just great for negation. Also, I side Starlight Road. Thought Ruler Archfiend, just a great 8 to have. Good way to regain life points. He can protect himself. Colossal Fighter, I do run some Warriors, and it's a great thing to bring out against either Sams, X-Sabers, Heroes, whatever. Gains a lot of attack. And Red Dragon Archfiend, good for breaking defenses, Gachi, and killing fields of tokens. And lastly, I have Mistworm. Mistworm is just a good card to have, or Trishula, whatever your preference is. I don't have Trishula yet. I'm trying to get one. I can actually go this pretty easily. I just summon a level 4 with Lumina, and then I summon Plague, instant 9, bounce 3, attack 25. Good way to gain field presence, push for game. And that's my extra deck, and this is my side deck. I only have 1 Cyber Dragon for now, good for Chimera Tech and good for siding against machines or times when you just need a special summon a beater out there. Kinetic Soldier, good for any deck that runs a lot of warriors, also good against machines. Take down Sams, Heroes, whatever you need, goes up to 3,000. Consecrated Light for a few of the dark decks, Black Wings, Infernities, and a few other things. My friends run them, so I've been siding this. It's a great card to shut them down. 2 MSTs. I don't main deck any MSTs, so sometimes it's good when they run Light Imprisoning Mirror stuff to have these, pop them. 2 Lighter Redemptions. Pay 800 life points, get a remove from play light monster back to your hand. It's pretty good, especially for when they RFG my Lightsworn. 2 Soul Release. This one's a little weird, but it's just a great card against the meta because everyone runs off the graveyard, as do I. And playing these against people and just taking all their monsters out, like, just ruins their game. 1 Miracle Dig, basically a counter for Soul Release or any kind of RFG deck. I can remove, or if 5 or more removed, I can put 3 back in my graveyard. 2 leeching the light, just good for this format. So many light decks. I'm Lightsworn, agents, whatever. Basically just gives my whole field your light monsters attack. Only have 1 chain disappearance for now. I would like 2, but it's great for anything that has a low monster that it's important. Lone Fire, Glow Up, Kagamusha, Earth for agents. Really good card. RGs, all their stuff. In case you're running a lot of back row, like warnings or judgments, 7 Tools of the Bandit. Just a really good card. Pay 1,000 to negate any trap card, counter or not. And then 1 Starlight Road in case they're blowing up all my shit. So it's really good to negate. And then I have Stardust comes out. And that's my Lightsworn deck. So thanks for listening.